Rime of the Frostmaiden,
Pew, pew,
Icewind
pew.
Dales, presented by Quest and Chaos. Oh, what's up, everybody? It's James Arano, your DM, and I'm joined by some marvelous people here. We got Tassi, we got Matt, we got Alondra, we got Thomas, we got JP joining us from the East Coast, and you all are joining us from wherever you're joining us from the World Wide Web. Awesome. So before we begin today's game, let's do a quick announcements. We got some friends to give a shout out to. We got Nord Games. Go to nordgamesllc.com/3.html to go to our affiliate link where you can buy your supplementary D&D materials. They got dice, they got books, they got decks, they got all the things to make your game awesome. And if you use the coupon code Chaotic20 at checkout, you'll get yourself 20% savings. Another friend of the show is Birds of Paradise. Go to birdsofparadise.com. Use the coupon code chaotic for 15% off. You'll get some beautiful bird-themed dice. They've got the magpie. They got, well, this one's not exactly bird-themed. There's a prickly pear. Then there's also the titular Birds of Paradise. So check out birdsofparadise.com. In current news, you may have noticed we did not do our Skies Over to Lindia this past Tuesday. Don't worry, that's just been pushed back a week. So March 2nd is when folks from Freelancer will be demoing / DMing a two-shot with our very own Tiana, Julie, Aaron, and Laura Domingo. So check that out. Tuesday's Freelancer system. Skies Over to Lindia, basically World War I-esque kind of looking things with the rat people and the dog people and the humans and dragons. So check that out. Put an exclamation point Freelancer into the chat to get more info on that. Their Kickstarter got fully funded and are now going for them stretch goals.
Ooh.
Stretch.
I have one announcement tangentially to that. Freelancers, is that is Wednesday, the 3rd of March at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 p.m. I'm going to be running Freelancers for Jasper's Game Day. And that will be fun. And that's the time. And then on the 5th of 7th of March from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be playing in a Pathfinder game. And those are all going to be on a certain Twitch channel that isn't this one.
Okay.
And I don't know off the top of my head what it is.
For those of us who are unfamiliar with Jasper's Game Day, Thomas, could you tell us a little bit about it?
Jasper's Game Day is a charity to help prevent teenage suicide, and using gaming as a way to bring people together is a fantastic way to give include people who might be feeling lonely or depressed. So game, it's fun. Get involved. I don't think I'm not going to be their spokesperson anytime soon, I'll tell you that.
But yes, check out Jasper's Game Day. Quick Google search. They do some great work, and yeah, they're going to have a whole gaming week, so keep an eye out for all the events that are happening this coming up first week of March. Cool. I think that's it for announcements. We got some new cards.
We did. We got 2 new cards from Duke Fleeg. We have Boosted Regeneration, which is a healing potion that every round it heals you at the beginning of your turn, ends at the end of combat. We have Change of Fate, which is Advantage. This is the OG inspiration, and we have a card of that. Thank you. And left over from last time, we have a Regular Regeneration, which is 1d4 plus 1 at the beginning of every round. Critical Strike, turn a regular hit into a critical hit, and Dangerous Oil, which makes one of your weapons magical.
Yes. If you check out patreon.com/questandchaos, you can figure out how you can donate cards to your favorite show using the Deck of Inspiration. And they carry over throughout the month before they get recycled back into the deck. Yes. And there's also other perks that are there. So check out patreon.com/questsandchaos. Cool. I think that's it. So let's get into this evening's game of Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden. Welcome back. As you can see, Matt and Tossie have been doing the wave this entire time.
Are we connected on the thing? I don't know if we are.
No.
Oh, we're not? That's you. Okay.
Sadly,
I don't know yet.
You are on my Zoom though, so
Woo!
Wow. Last time on Icewind Dales, after a seance with Ronaldo, our heroes decided to take a nice day off in East Haven. A few of them went shopping at the Snow Hare, which happened to be run by a very suspicious-looking patron. May or may not have been 3 kobolds and a trench coat. Maybe, who knows? It was not completely determined, but they restocked, got their haberdashery goods on their person. Meanwhile, Elspeth wanted to head over to the library to get some more information on the goings-on of East Haven, the Loch, as well as Oriel, the Everlasting Rime, to see if there's any research that had been made, transpired. Unfortunately, the Frostmaiden's kind of a new occurrence, so she didn't really find much, and the library itself was not entirely well stocked. However, with some egging on from Azar, a little meet cute happened between Elspeth and Imdra Arlagath, the captain of the militia in East Haven. Seeing that there's possible magic within the poetry book of the wizard that Imdra had executed, she gave it to Elspeth for further research later on. Eventually, everybody reconvened and decided to make their way to Bryn Shander. And, you know, it was a pretty chill walk. Nothing terrible happened whatsoever. They were greeted at the gates by a very, very enthusiastic guard, Gunther, and was sent on their way to the House of the Morning Lord, in which they encountered the father of a recent ally they had made, Aravel. They met, oh, bollocks. His father starts with a big Brel.
Bro.
Father Brel, who took them to a little cafe in which they had some mulled wine and decided that this was the time to let everyone know why they were here. Runaway marriages, lost siblings, lost fathers, and running away for some, just from authorities, and others, a premonition, an omen, a sign, a vision from a god to be here in this frozen waste. Well, Brel left them, letting them know that if they were to search for any information about the Frostmaiden, that possibly the gnome within the House of the Morning Lord, Copper, might be of some assistance. As they made their way out, though, they were bumped into by 3 very frostbitten dwarves. Hruna, Where'd it go? Hruna, Storn, and Chorus. They asked them if they would be willing to go and look for some of their missing iron ingots that had been lost on the tundra after a Yeti attack. They agreed, and they were able to convince the dwarves to house them up. So they are now standing before the North Look, in which they can hear a lot of ruckus happening within. As they hear the sounds of muffled cheerings and shoutings, all of a sudden the door swings open and one person is yeeted out of the door and lands face first into the snow before you. And he's like, what? And then a mug slaps him in the head as a woman on the front door frame is just like, fuck you! And then slams the door as this man is just without a coat, without a hat, kind of just shivering as he realizes his situation, gets up, dusts himself off, and begins to huddle his way possibly back home.
Does anyone want to wait until this is over with?
I don't mind waiting out here. That would be fine. I'm already accustomed to the cold.
It's chilly, but it's not bludgeony inside or outside.
Maybe he got what he deserved.
The door, like, is this the right place?
Where's your sense of adventure, everyone? And Renner's gonna walk in.
Oh, brother, I don't. Oh dear.
He just wants. He won't maybe walk in, but he's gonna open the door and look in. He wants to look in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna join him too.
Yeah.
And Amoa, you both join, and stacked up 7 feet tall, 4 foot something tall by the door, you both look in, and right now it's a merry time. People are just like clapping in unison to the music. There is people just laughing and having a good time. Some people are in a headlock and just like, but currently no all-out brawl at the moment, but it is loud and frat-y, if you will.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Renner will look up at Amoa. What do you think, Amoa? Shall we?
Yeah, it looked like they're having a good time. Around a fire, the dancing, the drinking. Let's just call everybody.
All right.
Turn around. Hey, everybody. We're in the right place.
Oh, okay. I'll just take Elspeth by the hand and start leading her in.
I'll just resist slightly, like, wait, the right place for what? The right place for what exactly? What are we talking about now?
I don't answer. I just gonna have like I waggled my eyebrow.
Also just looks at Donovan with like the help me face, like what's happening?
I'll be behind you a little ways, a long ways.
Right.
You're fine.
Are the doors also going inside?
What's that?
Who's there again?
Are the dwarves also going inside? Are they heading right in?
Oh no, we've got a place at the Black Irons. We'll be staying there, but just we'll come in for you and make sure you got your room situated, and then make sure to get on it.
Okay.
Tomorrow, are we leaving independently? You're staying here. I'm saying this to the dwarf. We have a night's rest, and then we go out and
Yes.
get your iron. Okay.
That would be preferable.
And then where do we go once we've gotten it?
If you could bring it back here, that would be great.
To the bar?
To the bar for free rooms.
To the forge. I thought we were taking it to the forge. It's iron. Did we take it to the? Maybe no. All right.
You all enter
go
into the building, and everyone else, you see this scene where there's some people up on tables, others are just kind of laughing and shouting, and there's the bartender, ever the calm center of this storm, just cleaning away at a mug, standing there. He's got gray hair, kind of shaggy beard. You can see behind him a massive sword that rests on a little plaque. He's a tall man, quite well built.
How high is the bar top?
The bar top is a good, it would be like mid stomach, so maybe like 3'6",
okay.
so probably around your neck ish.
Oh, I was gonna say Renner wanted to walk straight to the bar and just be like, "Excuse me, barkeep, 2 of your best rooms, 2 or 3? 2 of your best rooms, please."
Two's been fine.
At which point he looks down at you and is like, I can get that for you. Sure, yeah.
It's on the
Who's
dwarf.
Oh, hey, Runa, how are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing, Scram Sacks? I'm doing well. So,
Scrum socks?
Scram Sacks.
Scram sacks?
Scrum Scrox.
He's got a sack full of scram.
Delightful.
Heavy sacks of screen.
Yeah, heavy.
Yes, heavy Scram. So then he's like, yeah, we got 2 rooms available, and Runa's painting, and
That must be the mead.
What a lively party!
Yeah.
That's a great party.
And then it pans over and you see someone on their their flute. And everyone in the bar starts going,
Do you think that bards also hold seances? Because it's a really unusual choice that seems to be happening a lot around here.
yeah, so one of the musicians decided to go on a heavy flute solo.
And Renner's getting down. It reminds him of the dolphins and the whales, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, okay, woo."
I'm almost like, oh, you might want to get that retuned.
But Runa places the necessary payment, so you guys are good for the evening in terms of rooms. But yeah, the rest of the evening, the bar is yours. People are still just kind of listening to the music, playing. It's died down in terms of ruckusness per se. Like the initial heat of fighting has just kind of dissipated enough. But it is still quite a lively time.
I would like to actively make sure that no hands find their way to any coin purses.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, you keep an eye out for that. The evening is yours, my friends. What would you like to do?
Friends, what would you like to drink? On me.
oh,
The darkest ale they have.
the lightest tea they have.
Whatever the house special is, I guess. I don't. Just normal ale.
Just tea. Tea's fine.
Right. And Scram Sacks has just been kind of listening to this. And you big guy, what'd you like?
A second round of all of those.
Second round.
I'm just gonna drink everything you guys drink.
Nice.
It's my flights. I'm just having a flight of
Nice.
everyone's drink.
1 pint flights.
Yeah, 1 pint flights. I like that.
So as you all are there at the counter, you look out and try and find a table and realize every table at the current moment has been taken. There are a few stools that are left open at some tables, but otherwise the 6 tables that are within the North Look have been completely occupied in terms of party.
Is there room at the bar to sit?
There are, while you guys are all crowded there is currently only 3 stools kind of dispersed amongst different patrons, between different patrons.
For the nearest table to where we currently are, who is currently at the table?
Oh, you see a young woman and a man. Actually, you see the woman who hucked the mug. And then you see her kind of sitting down and looking at another man who's just kind of timidly sipping their ale at the moment. But they have 3 stools among them.
3 plus those 2. Renner's gonna walk right up to them and be like, "Excuse me, lady, sir, do you mind if you move towards the bar while me and my friends maintain this table?"
The man just kind of timidly gets up, and the woman just shoots him a look, and he sits back down.
I say, Oh,
No.
yes.
We were already here, so this is our table.
I understand that. But as you see, we have 5. You have 2. There are 3 bar stools up at the bar.
Yes. There are. You can count.
Renner, getting minorly irritated, is going to look at Elspeth because he knows that she is the Sebastian to his Ariel, and will and will be kind of like, what should I? All right. Well,
Is Lavender your girlfriend?
Lavender. Oh, Lady Elspeth. Elspeth.
Ah, she's a lady. Did you hear that, Mark? She's a lady.
I'm not understanding this conversation. He will say that out loud. What does she look like? What's her deal?
She's got a very she's got a freckled face, bit of a pointed jaw, a little nose that probably has seen a punch. Right now she has a singular braid that just kind of flops over her left shoulder. Brown hair.
Like seen a punch recently or seen a punch in her day?
In her day.
Got
it. Donovan is just sitting at the bar, kind of watching this unfold, enjoying the show.
Yeah, same with the more.
Azara, just take a seat at the table and next to the guy.
You sit down, and the guy literally just gives a little bit of a jolt as you sit down. Is just like,
what does the guy look like? What's his deal?
Short, blonde hair, kind of cut right at the eyebrows, right above it. A little bit of a short in the back, kind of long in the front, but he decided to just have a straight across bangs. He's got a very angular face, sandy blonde hair, missing a tooth.
Do they look around the same age?
Yes.
Got
it. I'll just offer him a handshake. Hi, I'm Azar.
Hi. And then he sees a glance from the lady and he's like, I'm Mark.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
You okay?
I'm great.
Oh, good.
Are you all right, Mark? Do you need rescuing from this person to your right? It seems as if you are nervous.
No. Chantel is fantastic.
I don't believe you.
Well,
Chantel, what is the relationship between you and Mark? And then he'll sit next to Azar, kind of curious.
Mm-hmm. What is the relationship, Mark?
I'm over there with next to Donovan, and I sort of just say out loud, "Blink twice if you need help." Look.
Where's Elspeth? Where's Elspeth right now? I'm very curious.
Oh, Elspeth got very concerned about the is Lavender your girlfriend comment and has moved down the bar and is going to just study this sword over the mantle very intently.
How dark is her shade of purple right now?
What was that?
How dark is her shade of purple right now?
Oh, very, very flushed. Very flushed right now. Like, okay, this is not good. I don't like this.
Elspeth prefers dying to this.
She's like, I've never gotten this much attention in my life, and it's all the wrong kinds of attention from every angle.
And Renna is going to listen from underneath the table. Be right back.
So yeah, she poses the question to Mark, who's just kind of sipping. He's like, we're just, friends? At which point...
Wrong answer!
Chantel stands up and grabs the stool underneath her and just walks right by whoever's on her left and just smacks Mark over the head. Who goes? Everybody's like,
Should have blinked.
"Ooh!"
Donovan, there's an open seat now.
Well, I think I kind of Donovan looks around and Renner, I think you're right. I think there is some sort of domestic violence happening there.
I'm not sure what those words mean, but yes, it seems that they are not have not taken to each other. No. Is Marcus out?
Mark
She
is
doesn't
out
think
on the
they're-
ground as Chantel is making her way to the door.
Oh, perfect. Table's free.
Perfect. It'll work out in the end.
I'm gonna lift Mark up, get him on a chair and prop him against the bar so that he doesn't, like slumped over forward.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks drunk.
You place him on the bar, and he kind of just slides into the guy who's at the very end of the bar, who's just like,
Try the trout, and then I. Ooh, table. Love tables. So
yep, you all find
115.
yourself at the table. The drinks have already been on the counter, and you guys kind of just shift them over. But yeah, that is
Well done, Renner. That was quite the encounter.
Was it? I didn't do much.
Yes.
I just.
I think it succeeded. I feel a lot more experienced now for succeeding that encounter. Well done.
Ah, yes. I feel as if our level has increased.
While everybody else moves to the table, since Elspeth kind of moved away from the group, she wants to try to kind of catch the eye of the bartender if he's not immediately busy.
Mm-hmm. And he's just kind of like waving a hand over Mark's face, and he's like, kind of makes his way around. It's like, yes.
I'm so sorry to bother you. I couldn't help but notice the sword above your bar. Is that yours?
Ah, yes, that oh well, I used to be. Looks all five of you. I used to be an adventurer, just like you.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, I'm not there.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
yeah, if he looks over us, well, hey.
Oh,
Cheers.
I was out and about on the northern mountains before, and well, I slipped, fell a few feet, and icicle straight through the knee.
oh. Sorry to hear that. That does seem to be a hazard in these parts. No, I couldn't help but notice I'm looking for an adventurer, another adventurer, not these, but my father is an adventurer. We thought he might have come up to these parts, so I thought I'd ask.
Oh, what's his name?
Alvide Linkfist. That 6'6", very burly, doesn't look at all like me. I take after my mother's side, I'm told.
Yeah, he's been here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recently?
I think about a month, maybe a few weeks. It's been a minute.
Of course, I know time is interesting around here.
Yes, certainly.
Yes.
Yeah. Haven't seen his face in a while. He frequented here a bit.
Did he?
Hailed us with some incredible stories.
Yes, he's a very good storyteller. But if he ever should pass through again, do you tell him that his daughter's looking for him?
And the name of
Elspeth.
Elspeth. All right. I will keep an eye out.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Your name was
Scramsax.
Scramsax.
Yes.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Certainly.
And then she will move to rejoin the table.
Mm-hmm.
Good. What did Scramsax? Is that his name? Scramsax?
Scramsax, yes.
Right. I doubt that's his birth name.
It's such a stupid name, yes.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't put past anyone around here to have a name like Scramsax, but who knows?
So, but we're gonna go and fight some Yetis tomorrow. I guess we don't need to fight them if they haven't stolen.
What?
We just need to find the iron, right?
Yeah. Are Yetis helpful? Are they? I mean, they're not like evil creatures, right? They're just animals.
Hungry animals, it sounds like, from what Runa told us. But I think that
James, what would I know about ice yetis from? Because I know that he's fought like ice trolls and stuff like that up in near the sea of moving ice. Would he have encountered them before?
Ooh, someone's playing some bass outside of the inn for 1 second, y'all.
Oh no.
And then then the disco ball drops in the bar.
Roll me a survival or nature check.
Nature? 11.
11. I mean, you've heard of Yetis. They are mostly land-dwelling creatures. Tend to like pair off and then have offspring.
I feel like that's important that I would share with the group. Yes, usually where there's one Yeti that I've encountered, there are 2 or more.
Wonderful.
Yetus. Would Amoa know this, being from sort of a mountainous region?
Ooh,
as
yes.
well?
Roll with advantage, my friend.
Oh, first roll is 19. Was that survival?
Yes.
Yeah, 19. Let me do another one. Yeah, 19.
19. Okay. So similar information. They tend to find a mate and raise the young together. They are particularly vicious. They are very territorial. And there are, I guess, multiple classes of Yeti, if you will. Especially here, there are the regular Yetis, there are the smaller Yetis, their children, and then there's the occasional one where if they do find themselves basically in kind of like a tribe, a pack, they are the abominable Yetis, which are usually twice the size. And
do I know if like they are social and that they help each other, or are they fairly?
They tend to help those. I would say they're similar, I guess, to Goliath, in which if they are within the family, yes. If they are like another group of Yetis, or if they are a couple and they find another couple, then they would duke it out.
So I relate it to the group, and I add, maybe they're just trying to feed the young. We don't actually know the whole story.
Do you know what Yetis eat? Perhaps we should bring Yeti food and.
Well, we know they eat dwarves.
Renner thinks about where he can find
What's a dwarf jerky?
Yeah, where's some?
Yikes.
Not a fan of dwarves.
Yeah. So yeah. Amoa asks, what are they? Do I know the dietary? I guess in this region,
they are omnivorous, but tend to lean more towards carnivore.
Okay.
Yeah, this sounds like it's going to be an exciting outing. Should I restock on the knucklehead trout just in case we need to? Is it possible to bribe a Yeti? I don't even know.
When you speak with a Yeti, do they speak, Amoa? Do they talk?
They socialize amongst each other. I don't know if they. Do I know if they speak to common or?
I'm pretty sure.
They speak Yeti.
Yeah, I think they speak Yeti.
Is anyone proficient in Yeti? I look to Elspeth.
I don't think I've ever come across that one, unfortunately. My exotic languages are far less useful in practical contexts than academic ones, unfortunately.
Yeah, they do speak a language, and it is just Yeti.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to Scram Socks for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go up to the bar, order another drink, and then 2 drinks, and I'll send one back to the table.
Okay.
Excuse me, Scram Socks.
Yes.
Do you know anything about Yetis? Is there an issue or problem that you've encountered? Have they attacked the town at all?
No, just I guess the one issue is you run.
Okay. No Yeti army out there or anything?
Not to my knowledge, but if they were, that'd be quite frightening.
Oh, right. So no Yeti problem.
No.
Not Yeti.
Not Yeti. JP.
Right. Okay.
The entire bar erupts in laughter, but no one knows why.
Bard, more flutes.
Okay. Thank you for the ale. I'm gonna bring back one to Amoa and set it down. Oh, I hope nobody else wanted one.
As Amoa's drinking, he's like pondering. I wonder if we can get a Yeti drunk.
That sounds like an awful idea. Give a large, angry animal alcohol?
Drunk and sleepy.
Do they get sleepy or do they just get angry? Because I feel like it's one of the two and it's hard to tell.
Maybe they're susceptible to a sleep potion or something. I just heard stories.
What if we brought
I mean,
a bar?
It might not get angry. It might just get very friendly.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that at all.
Oh, that sounds worse, to be
That
honest.
actually does sound. I'd rather have angry, actually.
Yes, I don't.
Maybe we could bring a bard and it could sing it to sleep.
Ah,
Eat it.
Or eat the bard. Actually, win-win. Win-win.
If I did that was the time we
Donovan, I
should
like the
brought
way you
Ronaldo.
think. That's great, Donovan. Oh, that was wonderful. Has Mark arisen yet, or is he still slumped over?
Oh, he's out cold on the bar.
I mean, we do have a perfect.
Why are we talking about feeding a stranger to
No,
a Yeti?
I meant I'm pretty sure he's a bard, judging from his hunched posture, his awkward eye contact, and his bangs. So perhaps when he awakes, we can.
Because he's afraid of commitment doesn't mean you need to feed him to a Yeti.
No, but it does mean he's a bard. So this is just a bard bashing episode. That's what this has become.
I was sitting over here like, I know I worship a god of death. How did I become the moral compass of this party? What is happening?
I feel as if we should ask Mark to accompany us, but that is my personal opinion. Look at him; he was dreadful. Like he needs a friend or a quest, something to bring back his self-esteem.
Is he going to actually be helpful, or is he just going to slow us down even more than I already do?
He will be helpful either as a distraction, or as bait, or as a bard. We
just need to tell him that if he wants to work on his self-confidence. Was that Azar?
We're not feeding the guy to the Yeti. We're not feeding it to him. Just leave him in the bar.
I think Azar is correct. In fact, I think I'm going to go up to sleep.
I concur. I think that's...
all this talk of sacrificing humans to animals, it's made me tired.
Yes, I'll go with you, Donovan.
All right.
I'm most finishing up the rest of his drinks and is finally feeling a little like, oh, I'm gonna have a good time tonight. Like, okay, good night, my compatriots, and like wanders over to the fire to, he likes to pace by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of
as you walk by the fire, you head over there, and right over the hearth, you do notice a massive plaque that contains a 5-foot-long trout.
Okay. Sure that was going. Trout.
Sorry, this is not the penis museum in Iceland. Don't worry.
I thought maybe they'd have a
Wow.
Yeti thing.
A Yeti penis. Yes. A
But you
Yetinus.
Yetinus.
But you see this massive 5-foot trout. It's got a scar on its forehead, a incision on the side of its belly, and on the plaque in a little tiny metal insignia, if you will, or even a tinier metal plaque on the wood. It says "Old Bitey."
Okay. I take note of it. But I'm like, oh, weird custom. I'm still dancing.
Mm-hmm. You dance. Elspeth, Donovan, as you walk on, started to head up the stairs. You also see Old Bitey and Omoa kind of just staring at it as he jams a bit to the tunes. You head up on upstairs. Are you two sharing a room or commandeering both rooms at the moment?
I think we're both going to bed. We'll just grab the
Yeah.
first one. Yeah.
First one?
Yep.
Yeah, Scram Sacks gave you all the keys. You head into the first one on the left there. And standard room. There's a hole in the floor on the right side bed. You look into the hole. Someone may have smashed something into it. But otherwise, pretty standard room. There is no window in this one. Just candle wick at the foot of the bed. Tiny little shelf or nightstand, if you will, that kind of is in between the two beds.
Donovan's going to pull out his journal and start kind of like going through it and thinking about the spells that he knows now, and kind of thinking about looking around the room and going, there has to be some way to, I don't know, secure a room like this.
I remember a story that my father told me about someone he traveled with who was very good at that sort of thing. I don't know. I don't know if I know exactly how he did it, but he seemed to use some sort of magic.
Yes, I mean, I've definitely, put a string across the doorway before.
Certainly.
I wonder if this. And he's just kind of starts like drawing sort of arcane symbols and kind of lines, and like, I wonder, there's got to be a way to do something about that. I'm just going to keep doing that for a little while.
Yeah, I think Elspeth probably pulls out the poetry book and kind of, flips through it again, just kind of like, she knows it's got illusion magic. She doesn't quite know how to get rid of that right now, but kind of just looks at it, sees if she gets anything new off of it, and then probably just does the thing where it's the lie in bed, like, I'm gonna go to sleep, but I'm definitely not sleeping yet because I'm having lots of thoughts.
And as she pulls out the book, Donovan's like writing, like looking at the book, and like, he said it was magical, and oh god, I wonder if it's spelled. Can I see the book? Can I see that book?
Well, this isn't my area of expertise. I know people who can deal with this sort of thing, but I'm not one of them. Mine's a lot more about, the great beyond.
Right. I just take the book and like try and see if there's any way to get past the illusion using normal means. Just
okay.
like flipping, like holding up a page to the light to look through it.
Go to try an Arcana check for me.
All right. 19.
19. Okay, 1 second. Where are you? There you go. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. As you look at it, you ascertain the similar kind of you know that there are types, or particularly a spell that puts script over another script, if you will. And unless you use dispel magic or basically wait it out, it will eventually.
When you say wait it out, how long is a spell like that last?
With a 19, you would know that it would take between, or it usually lasts about 10 days.
Elspeth, I think within 10 days or so, we might be able to read this. I think the spell like this might only last a few days.
Well, if I don't find another spell that, reveals the magic before then good to know. Just I keep everything in my bag, so if I die, take the bag with you.
You won't die. And then he uses Mage Handed to send the book back over there and then like pat her on the shoulder from across the room. You won't die.
Your confidence is inspiring, if misplaced, but thank you. Going to try to go to sleep now and think about a lot of things to think about. Good night.
Yeah.
As you two settle in, we'll rewind a little bit back to Renner and Azar at the table. Are you two going to do anything?
Renner is silently judging Amoa's dancing while drinking the tea. He's just trying to understand, like, not seen this before. This is interesting. Okay. Goliath moving like a wave. This is quite intriguing to me. So he's just going to be sipping his tea watching. Also keeping an eye on Mark to see if he wakes up, because Renner is definitely interested in Mark at this moment. He's the Mark.
And Azar's just making sure if there's any trouble that happens, she'll be nearby. That's all.
For sure. As you watch Amoa dance and take stock of the room, it's an interesting room where it kind of just flares up and then dies down, flares up, dies down. And it seems like the culture of this space is you're allowed to beat the shit out of people here in this room, if you so please. And where it's like two combatants or two, like just two people like kind of bump into each other, they lock eyes. And then one time you see another person like bump into the other person and they lock eyes and the other person's like, nah. And then the other one's like, okay, walks away. It's just like, it seems to be a stress relief, if you will, a rage room that where if two consenting parties are down, they're down to throw.
Can we talk about Rage Room or?
I think the first rule is to not discuss Rage Room. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad there's consent though. Super key.
Not quite sure how consenting Mark was.
Well, he did give a subtle eye contact. Maybe that's all it took. This seems like your type of place. I feel like you would do well here. I mean, if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I think that you could probably take and then look around the room and just be pretty much everyone here.
Probably. If they were, doing fights and someone wanted to fight, I'd fight.
Nope, not character. Nope. Interesting. Keep sipping his tea.
I mean, if Renner were to find someone who wanted to fight, Azar wouldn't mind.
What I want to do is shove you into someone else, but he wouldn't do that. No, yeah, he won't provoke it anymore. And if in about like half hour, however long they were up in the room doing whatever, if nothing has changed, Renner's going to get bored and he'll probably go back up.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty chill in that regard, whereas
All right.
seems standard issue fighting.
Amo is still dancing, and as I'm going to take my leave, I will meet you in the room later. Do you have the key? Who had the key?
Sure, I'll have.
I love it. I will meet you upstairs. On the way up, though, he is gonna briefly. What's his name? Rumbledy Scrimshanks. What's his name?
Scramsacks.
Scramsacks. He's gonna ask him.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. That one there, Mark, at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
Do you know where he's from and why he was with that horrid woman earlier?
Seems like they're young and kind of dating ish.
Have they been in here before?
Yes, they've been here a couple times.
Leaning
Mainly it seems to be their place to hash things out.
Ah, do you know if he's a bard?
Hey, Daryl, does Mark play music? I think I've seen him once play with a bit of a drum.
Huh. He's going to hand 3 gold to I wrote it down this time, Scramshanks, and he's going to say, "Can you bring him to my room?" This sounds really bad, but whatever. Can you put him in my room, please?
Grabs the 3 gold. When would you like him?
Immediately, please.
All right. Looks over, kind of does like the swoop around the bar, picks him up and starts following you up to the room.
Wonderful, thank you.
Okay. Azar, you see this as Renner's walking up the stairs. Scramsacks is right behind, like with Mark, one arm draped over the shoulder, just kind of, you see the boots just going up the stairs.
Well, one of Azar's qualities is that she's a terrible judge of character. So Azar's like, "Oh, I got him a room. That's nice."
So you're there, you see Amoa, you see one particular person who seems a little keen on Amoa's dancing, is just kind of like getting up there with Amoa and just like just kind of grooving.
Cool. Just sipping my tea.
Mm-hmm. But as the night progresses, you see that the atmosphere kind of dwindles down. Some people begin to head home. Some people are way too drunk to even start plotting their way home, so they just kind of pass out on the table. At which point you do see Scramsacks kind of like come down and start to note who each person is who is staying the night within the bar. Takes that on a little quill and paper and then stows it underneath the desk and begins to wipe things down and go around people as he wipes it down.
Right, Amoa, come on.
Amoa's fast asleep next to the fire. Just kind of just not prone, but just like on his back. And just out.
Yeah. You lay by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Azar, you look up and there's old Bidey just kind of with one eye, just kind of staring down.
I asked the bartender, like, "Did you catch that?"
Yeah. No, I bought it. It looked interesting. It was a really big fish that just...
Yeah, it's really big. It's bigger than me.
Mm-hmm. You should poke it in the stomach.
Okay, I'll like climb up on the mantle or whatever and poke the fish.
Mm-hmm. When you poke the fish in the stomach area, the head snaps towards you and it's like, "There's a place I like to go. Farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I do not know. Must be beyond all that snow.
Choke it again.
There's a place I like to go. Farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I do not know. Must be under all that snow.
Where can I get one?
Yeah, actually, a few years ago, a wizard came by and put that on there. So it's kind of fun. As long as someone doesn't abuse it, then it gets annoying. But every now and then, it's fun to listen to.
Oh, too bad. Thank you. That was interesting.
Certainly.
Amoa, you gonna get up? You want to stay here?
Just kind of like
Okay.
pats Azar's hand.
If there's like a rug or something nearby, I'll like toss that over top of him and then go up to the room.
Toss it up onto him. You join him. Flash back a bit, Renner, with Mark in your room. Do you do anything? He's currently passed out.
Oh no, I'm just going to leave him there because I'm going to invite him with us in the morning or when he awakes.
Okay.
Because he needs a stern something to get some gumption. He needs some type of. He's so pathetic. He's just like thinking like, ugh. So perhaps a quest to kill a yeti will liven his spirits, and if he's bait, so let him be bait.
Okay.
In his mind, that's what
This is Act 1 of a romantic comedy.
I just imagine like, what do you call it? Murder.
Murder. Elspeth, what's that thing that happens when you kidnap someone and you put them
Violent homicide.
Got it, right. Heard of that before.
Azar, you enter the room and there you see Renner on their bed and Mark on the floor.
Like, okay. So I'll do my usual. I'll blockade the door, set the bear trap out, and if there's any windows, I'll block those too. And I'll get in bed because Azar has learned that everyone will try to steal your stuff. That's the one thing she's learned to learn.
Yeah, so you hear the grinding Renner of just a dresser going.
Huh? Oh.
You hear the bear trap go.
I'm just imagining Mark waking up while we're both sleeping going, what the heck is going on?
I just like that we've each learned one very specific life lesson on this trip, but they're all wrong.
Mark's going to step on a bear trap. That is for sure.
Oh, dear. Maybe I should tie Mark up. No, that's too much. I think that would be... No.
Okay. So you all find sleep. And eventually, in these windowless rooms, you kind of awaken when it feels right to. You have a long rest if you've lost anything.
Oh, well.
Guess who's no longer exhausted?
Yes, Donovan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything weird happen while I sleep?
Nothing weird.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just
Anything
nice.
weird happen while I sleep?
We should ask Mark
Did
that.
you did you mark off exhaustion? Sorry, no. But yeah, no. The night progressed as it did. Amoa, you kind of woke up and it's a little chilly as you're kind of just waking yourself up. The fire next to you has kind of been reduced to embers. The rest of you waking up in those dark rooms. Renner and Azar, you just kind of hear a
Mark,
yes.
how do you feel this morning, Mark?
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. You are coming on a quest with us.
Really? That's what?
You are coming on a quest with
not
us.
feeding him to the Yeti.
What?
No, we're not feeding him to the Yeti. Look at him. He's pathetic. He needs to man up a little bit. He needs to wisen up.
In the dark, Mark is starting to realize he's in the dark. He's like, what Where am I?
I'll cast light so we can see.
Where am I?
Thank God.
And then you see like your face up in his face. Mark's like, oh,
No, it's all right. It's all right. We're both in hot water right now. Which means it means it's a great thing. Like it's a great situation in Triton. So we're both in hot water. You're in hot water right now. It's we're good. Don't worry. We just feel that you could use some type of something to put some meat on your bones, something to do something extraordinary. So we are inviting you on a quest to retrieve iron ore for what are their names? The Azar, what were they called?
Black iron blades.
Yes.
Why me?
Well, I saw what happened last night. We all did. And you really need to stand up to people that bully you. The irony. Oh my God.
Thing hide.
This is so stupid. What have I done?
Elspeth sits stock up in bed and is like, Donovan, wake up. I think Rena's doing something ridiculous.
It's from like Home Alone. Kevin! This is a complete romantic comedy now.
Yeah. You see Azar like moving a bucket from over the top of the door and like shoving things out of the way.
Why is there a bear trap?
That's just what Azar needs to sleep. It's something that she does.
So you all are adventurers, or
we are adventurers, Mark.
Welcome to the cult, Mark.
We're psychopaths. That's what we are. I don't know why we pretend.
Mark went to bed in a rom-com and woke up in an actual horror.
Saw Hostel.
God.
Oh
You can't escape, Mark.
That's what we should have said. We woke up. Oh, hi, Mark. Anyway, how's your sex life? Which actually is, works here.
not really great.
Yeah. Okay, Mark. Here's the thing. I should have asked your consent if you would like to accompany us on this journey, but I feel that you could use something in order to you really shouldn't let people bully you. So what I'm suggesting is you join us. You seem a strapping young lad. You seem... I don't know why I've taken a liking to you. I just feel like you should join us, that's all.
Roll a persuasion check.
God, that's the worst persuasion thing. Natural 20.
Yeah, I could go with you.
What's happening?
Well, at least he's not going to turn us into the authorities for kidnapping.
You see,
Actually, and it's a 23. If I'm adding the oh my gosh.
of course it's a 23.
Oh.
So
Donovan,
Mark,
wake up. I really have a bad feeling about what's going on in the room.
I can't see. Oh wait, no, I can't. I'm the
Oh.
so Mark kind of just sits there and slumps over a bit. It's like, you know what? Yeah, I need to get my life in order. I need to be a man. Someone that Chantel can look up to. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go find some treasure on the tundra, man.
All right, I like your spunk. Let's wake up the rest of the group and let's go.
Okay. At which point he looks over and sees Azara putting away the bear trap, and he's like, Okay.
Mark, have you ever held a weapon?
I've held a dagger before.
Ah, wonderful. I will give him my dagger.
Oh, this is sharp. Okay.
Oof.
I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Let's do this. Kind of like wobbles
I also
over
like that
to
your
the
Mark
door.
is literally Tom Holland in Spider-Man. I love that.
Elspeth and Donovan, what are you two doing?
I think that I would have gone. Should we go downstairs and wait for the others? Do we?
I think so. I feel very uncomfortable in this room. Not that windows have been great for us, but the lack of windows is also equally disturbing.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Prefer to be able to see what's about to attack us or whatever. I don't know. It's been a rough week.
Yes, you seem pretty.
Well, you know,
afraid.
I've seen juggle a lot, and that's not a bad thing. It's a natural part of life. But then I keep coming back and forth, and then everything in East Haven was so odd, and the library was very peculiar, and I'm having a lot of internal conflict and nightmares, and yes, let's go downstairs and get some breakfast and wait for the others. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Donovan's listening to that and just thinking, the library was peculiar because he has no idea what happened, and he's like, "That's so odd." And internalizes. That's whatever. Now I'm interested in this library.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like.
So you two exit, you begin to make your way down the hallway, and you hear a door open behind you, and you turn around and you see Mark just kind of wobbling out with a dagger in his hand.
Oh,
and then
goodness.
Renner and Azar slowly afterwards. Hey, hi, adventuring party. Let's go hunt a Yeti.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Why?
Everyone, Mark is going to be joining us on our quest.
Why? No offense, Mark. Renner, what did you do?
I did nothing but encourage him to not be bullied by people around him.
Mark, did Renner bully you into coming on an adventure to kill a Yeti with us?
No, he instilled in me a confidence that no one else has shown me. I need a...
Okay, we're gonna go get you some coffee. Let's go.
I feel well rested. I'm ready to go. I feel sick, but also ready.
Wonderful.
I need to head straight to the bartender. Scram socks.
Yep.
Scram socks. Do you have a crossbow that I could rent?
To rent. Oh. I mean, I keep it for particularly troublesome folks.
I believe we're only going to be gone a day. We'll be back this evening if all goes as planned. Tomorrow, if one of us dies. He says sort of quietly as like looks around and says,
and no, he looks at you as like, I understand adventuring can be tough. Well, how about a gold a day?
Oof. How much is it to buy one? If I was thinking about buying one.
What are you trying to buy, Donovan?
A crossbow.
Do you
Does
need...
anyone have an
I
extra
have
crossbow?
one.
Oh. I've never seen you use it.
Yeah, I usually don't have time to draw it before I, collapse.
I was thinking Mark could use that.
That's a much better idea.
Mark, have you ever used a crossbow before?
No, but I'm willing to oh God, I'm willing to try.
The beauty of a crossbow, Mark, is that you don't have to be near the thing with the big teeth.
Okay, let's go hunt a Yeti.
We also don't know if we're going to kill a Yeti. I mean, it might just be a family out trying to...
I'm ready. Scram sacks,
Okay.
get me your hearty shit. I need to get ready for this.
Amo's up now, and he comes up behind. A Mark and just like paps him on the back and like, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Hi there. Are you part of this adventuring group too, man?
Oh yeah, it's like family to me now.
Cool. Well, consider me a brother.
Mark,
Okay.
Mark, sweetheart, do you have any next of kin? And could you give me their names before we go, please?
Yes, I'm lightheaded. I got a dad who's...
Mark, you know, perhaps I am so proud of you for working up the gumption to come on this adventure with us, but here's the thing. As someone who is equally, concerned and nauseous at all times, I think perhaps your great adventure might be going and apologizing to Chantel for insulting her last night. And making up for her. Probably with like a nice, take her a gift. What does she like? Flowers, chocolates, right hooks? I'm not sure what her
Probably
perhaps,
don't bring the crossbow.
Maybe leave the crossbow here. I feel like she's probably better with that than you are, but I think perhaps your great adventure today is to have a conversation with her and try to work out your differences. Preferably with as little bloodshed as possible.
Roll a persuasion check.
God damn it. Elspeth and her absolutely no charisma.
Can I help?
What?
How do you help, Amoa?
I'm like, Elspeth has seen death one too many times. She knows what she's talking about. Okay.
Disadvantage. That was a 17 on persuasion.
17. Did you roll with advantage?
I did not. Would you like me to? I'll see
Since
if I...
Amoa's helping. Or Amoa, you can roll separately.
I'll let Elspeth roll with advantage.
It is still a 17.
17. You're looking him in the eyes. He's kind of looking at you, and he's been breathing hard, but then your talk kind of brings his breath down a bit. And he hears Amoa's like, Lady Elspeth has seen death one too many times. And he's like, then you know what it's like to be dead inside.
Very much so.
I haven't felt alive in many years. And Master Renner here is presenting me with an opportunity. I need to show Chantel that I can be somebody. And I will drop a Yeti's head at her doorstep to show her my commitment.
That's the stuff, Mark. That is the stuff. How tall is he?
You look him up, and he's like 5'6".
How old is he? Like 12?
He looks about, high teens, maybe
Okay, great.
17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll give him a pat on the lower back, like a smack on the lower back. And just be like, that's the stuff, Mark. That's the stuff.
Yes!
I knew you had it in you.
Scramsax puts a little shot next to him, and he takes it. Oh, that burns. Okay, let's do this.
All right, Mark has spoken. He's joining us for this journey.
Elspeth will just hold up the crossbow and be like, you load it here, the trigger's here, don't point it at anyone you like, including yourself. Clear?
Clear.
Great, I'm going to carry this until we get out into the wilderness. Thank you.
Okay, and then he's like still white knuckling the dagger in his hand.
Zardis
Just
whispers to Donovan, like, I don't think this is a good idea. A bit loud.
Elspeth is just giving Runner the dirtiest look and shaking her head this entire time.
Mark looks to you, Azar. It's like, I understand you doubt me, but I will show you I can be an adventurer too.
Does anyone have 5 gold I could borrow?
Yes.
Yes.
You can just throw the gold at him. Whatever you need, whenever you need, Donovan.
I will be back in. I don't know how long I will be back.
Wait.
I don't know where I'm going, so that's part
Do
of
you? I have all the maps. Do you want me to come with you?
I need a place that sells armor because Mark looks like a squishy Yeti pincushion. So
Look, Mark. Okay,
I think I think we take Mark with us. We just need to at least prepare him for
Maybe we should
fight.
food into him. He doesn't look well.
You know, maybe this is an opportunity. We'll take Mark. He can stay in the back with me, and everything will be fine.
I understand, Elspeth. That's
idea.
smart. I see what you're saying. Okay, Elspeth, see? You're picking up what I literally put down last night. So
I don't think I am, Rana. I really think we're talking about two very different things.
Oh, all right. Well.
Mhm.
The most dangerous place to be is next to Elspeth.
All right. To the armory, yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. Rumbly Hook, where to your armory, please? Scram sacks, please.
I mean, you could add to the black iron blades. They're kind of a multi-purpose.
Perfect.
Done.
All right, you all head
We
out
have
the
to
door.
get to the Yeti in 10 minutes, so please.
You all head out the door, taking Mark along with you. I would say you guys get to the black iron blades. There you re-encounter Hruna, Chorus, and Storn, who are like, you explain the situation and get Mark some armor. And that's where we're gonna take our break, folks.
Hey.
Heading into Yeti battle with good old Mark.
You know what? This is perfect. This is
It's
perfect.
fine.
It is. Thank you. I know.
This will be fine.
You guys wanted to see two people drop this week. You got it covered.
All right, so folks, let's see what happens to Mark and the rest of the party when we get back from the break. Yeah. Thomas, are we doing a giveaway or anything, or are we just heading into break? Cool.
We're just killing Mark.
We're just killing Mark. Let's see what happens.
In Mark. I think he'll be fine.
But yes, we'll be back in about 7 to 10 minutes. Do that bio break, grab yourself a snack, and see you then. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we have lost to Tossie. Tossie has to go handle some things, but we will continue otherwise. We shall see what happens also with Mark. So, you, 3, 4, 5, 6 peoples. 6 peoples, yes. Outfit Mark with some leather armor. Pass him a light crossbow and a dagger. And by Hruna's instructions, you are pointed up north to the northern exit and told to head towards northeast, towards Kelvin's Cairn. You do see a bit of tracks that kind of lead forward. And you see off into the distance, just a mound peeking out in the snow, very far distance away, but you know it to be Kelvin's Cairn based on the instructions. And they said, just head straight there.
Head to the mountain.
Yes.
Head to the mountain indeed. I would like
Momoa to make a survival check.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 4. 2, 1, 2. Elspeth, roll me a d20.
Sorry in advance, everyone, for whatever this is going to do. That, my friends, is a natural 1.
1. So you continue to walk and you notice that the sky above begins to take on a bit of grays. You see the wind begin to pick up, snowdrifts just gently going across the wastes, and eventually your view of Kelvin's Cairn dissipates as the snow and howling wind begin to engulf you. They begin to whip around, smacking you in the face. Mark kind of just huddled in the back there, just like, it's okay, I'm fine.
I
If I were
feel
to
like
take
a
rope
magical.
and give everybody a length of rope to hold on to, or like tie a wrist to, so we don't get separated.
You pass the rope backwards so that way you can all hold on with one another. But you find yourself caught in a blizzard.
I feel like if there was a magical tent or a dome or something, we could.
I have a tent.
I don't think that's quite going to work, but I see your point, Donovan. Yes, we should look for that.
Okay, do we turn around? Do we go back? Do we just hunker down? Do we?
I don't think we should keep moving until we can tell a sense of direction. We could end up, completely in the lake or something.
What's around us right now, DP? Like what's
around you?
Yeah, do we see, and is it just completely barren landscape?
It is, well, what you see is the wind and the snow whipping around you. You have lost sight of most of what's around you.
And we were in a large open space when we were continuing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything we would... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
30 feet in front of you is about as much as you can see.
From our previous journey, is there any type of bank or any type of geographical something that we would have seen that we would remember as being something lower than the normal landscape?
Are you looking for shelter from the wind?
Some kind of like bank, or just something to like let wind go over.
Roll a survival check.
It's not going to be good. It's a 7 plus 2, so 9.
7 plus 2, 9. You start to look around and it just looks all the same around you. And when you're driving late at night and you're caught in the fog and you don't want to put on your high beams, right now Azar's light is kind of doing that right now, where it's just like it's making this essential dome around you where that is all you can see at the moment.
Right.
I have a tent. We can get inside. It won't be comfortable, but if we could get in the tent, at least we'd have a little bit of shelter and wait. Need to squeeze in there and try to keep warm.
Let's do it.
Do you think that we could put the tent up in the wind without it getting ripped to shreds?
We would have better luck digging down, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I wouldn't think the tent would be of such thin material that any old wind would rip it apart. They usually make a pretty thick canvas or leather.
Well, Amoa, do you mind doing that thing you do so well, where the ground goes down a bit?
Oh
And
yeah, I
we
can
all
do that.
Be
And
in
then-
that little that little area, so that we could be a little bit, at least the wind won't.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we could set the tent up then in that little area.
At which point you just kind of see Amoa like bring his hands together and then and you watch as this patch of snow kind of comes up in like a 5-foot block, and then it gets and then you see another movement, and then the snow just goes and drops down 5 feet, and he does it again and clears out a good 10 by 10 little spot for you.
Oh, perfect. And then Amoa, since you're being so helpful, could you also make a bonfire while we're here?
Oh yeah, no man, I can totally do that. Boom.
And then just try and find some wood to get a real fire going.
Make a survival check, my friend.
Well, I was going to say, you could just take, I have quite a few torches, and I very rarely use them. Could we get a few of those started? Can we light it, like...
Don't get lost.
That is a 20 at least.
Oh.
20 at least. Okay. Then you do not become lost, but could I have you roll a perception check at disadvantage?
Okay. It is a 20 exactly, actually. And the first, double sevens. So that is a 8.
8. You are unable to currently find wood as the snow just whips around you, but you're able to maintain your mental map of the area, and thankfully there is the light there that through the blanket of snow are able to find it eventually back in.
So yeah, there's no trees, there's no fallen branches or anything out there at all.
Right.
None. It's empty.
If we all just huddle in around the bonfire and put Azar's tent over us, we should be able to just wait it out.
I think just hunker down and waiting it out. It's the best idea.
Done. Sure.
So you hunker down and you wait as the blizzard whips and shifts above you. Mark kind of just nods and like feels the energy going on. You all just wait and wait. And a relatively short blizzard of only 3 hours as it begins to eventually dissipate, and right now it's just a soft flurry.
All right. Let's go. I need to get moving. My
Agreed. Yeah.
bones are too cold.
Quite. Let's go.
Climb out from the little 5-foot hole that 5-foot deep hole that Amo had helped clear out for y'all. And you look about and you can see where Kelvin's cairn is off way into the distance. You can tell that probably over there is where the blizzard has headed to, but at least the very tip of it is peeking out from the low clouds. But yeah, you know your direction.
This will be good because, like on the way, since it is a fresh snow, we'll be able to find fresh tracks if we do need to find the Yetis and where they have been.
I just hope that all the blizzard hasn't buried what we're looking for. That's going to make it significantly harder to find the iron.
I did not think about that, and you are correct.
All right. Everyone can see, right? No one needs a torch. Mark, do you need a torch? Or is our light?
We have light.
Azar's holding this light here, so I'm okay.
All right.
This is the adventuring life.
Yep. This is
Yep.
it.
Yep.
You've got this, Mark. I believe in you.
Yes, thank you. I won't let you down, Mr. Renner.
So, Mark, let me tell you about adventuring as we are walking along out towards there. In any when you come upon an encounter, it is best to figure out if it's within your means to tackle. Sometimes running away is the best option, and a good adventurer knows that returning with a more strategic advantage is the way to go. So, and then sometimes you need to talk your way out. Sometimes you just need to kill people. I mean, monsters. And so it's a lot to think about. And we'll have 6 seconds to make that snap decision. So follow along and take Azar's lead. I mean, yes, take Azar's lead. Don't take Runner's lead. He might...
Excuse me, Donovan. And yes, and then he'll interrupt Donovan's little speech and be like, now, Mark, yes, this is the land and the land dwellers' way of doing things. But sometimes you have to get right in there, get the answers as quickly as possible, retrieve what it is you need as quickly as possible, and do it with gusto.
With gusto.
With gusto.
Okay. Who's gusto?
Sorry, just face palms.
Yeah, and he'll pretend he didn't hear it and just like, oh, the wind is,
Elspeth is gonna walk up to Donovan and just be like, should we tell him that if I collapse, he should run away, or should we just let him find that out on his own?
Yeah, I think we will find that out.
Yes, it will be apparent in the
Don't want to frighten.
No, yes, quite.
It'll be an experience, something to tell his friends about.
All right.
Okay. As you walk, eventually you find yourselves in a kind of a ridgy section where the hills are just kind of leading you up and a bit down. Y'all bought snowshoes, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We did,
I'll
yes.
assume.
And we have the good stuff too.
If we need to climb, we have the pythons, or the crampons,
Crampons.
So he's not totally useless. I will say that he also brought his snowshoes along.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
I'm stuck, guys. Could be a dick, but we'll hold. So you all begin to crest a larger ridge, at which point you look down and you swear you see in a little bit of the valley section just a little bit of a hand kind of sticking out.
What do you mean? What is that? What is that down there? I can only see 60 feet. Is that close to?
Can I do a medicine check to see if it looks like this hand is maybe dead?
You would have to get up closer.
Human? I will cautiously start moving down then. Just be like, hand, were they about to get jumped, or we found a corpse? Or both. Could be both. We've had both happen.
Oh, what?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Just stay here, Mark. Mark, just stay here. Just right here. Right here. Just right here.
So, Elspeth, you track your way down into the gully, and as you do, you see the hand kind of sticking out. And you look around and you see there are a couple oddly shaped mounds. Very tiny. Kind of just within the snow.
Does his hand look humanoid?
It does look humanoid.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide down there as well.
Okay.
And draw my rapier.
You're doing a medicine check, Elspeth?
Yes, please. Unless you prefer something else, but that made the most sense to me, the cleric with the healing spells. 17.
17. Do you grab it? To look at it, or?
I get close and do the check, and if I'm not getting any heat rating off it, I'm gonna reach for a pulse.
Mm-hmm. You reach for a pulse and it feels very loose in the snow.
Close eyes, wince, kind of look over to Donovan, and I'm gonna lift.
and all you find is a hand and cut off around forearm.
Yep, drop it immediately and just kind of kick some snow back over it so that we don't freak out the child up on the ridge there. Just go,
Was that a hand? Mark says to Azar.
No.
well, the good news is I don't think it's going to try to attack us. It's Donovan.
I'm gonna start moving the snow away to see what else is down here.
You start
See
moving
if
it
this is-
around.
I'm gonna move to the next mound and kind of do the same very carefully.
Yep. You clear away, and there you see a head just kind of sticking out. You try to pull it, and it's maybe like this much of the upper body. You basically found a very dismembered dwarf.
At the top, I'm with Mark, like, hey, Mark, do you see any tracks in this direction? Like, trying to make it look the opposite way. Do you see any tracks or anything that way?
Okay. Mark starts to look over on the opposite side of the ridge.
Yeah.
Does this?
I'm just trying to keep his head pointed the other way.
I'm gonna just keep digging away until there's anything.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
As you guys kind of like assess the area, you do find tracks leading away from the area. And you do see a bit of a dragging, I would say sled dragging thing of it.
Shoe tracks? Paw tracks? Okay.
Shoe tracks.
Okay.
Shoe tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Snowshoe tracks.
Yes.
I think someone's gotten here first.
Did we trust the black iron blades to the, that this is, we're not, I suppose
yes.
there's the dwarf.
If I remember correctly, you asked, and
I rolled a pretty high insight and
Mhm.
got the sense that they were being truthful.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to kick snow over the body parts and then wave everyone down and kind of give there are tracks that lead that way. The sled is that way.
Oh, Mark, they have found tracks that way. We should go that way now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see anything over here. I think we're good.
Good job.
Just kind of runs down the hill with the snow.
I'm gonna definitely have put the rapier away, have the short bow out as we are walking, and I'm just gonna keep an eye out for yetis.
For yetis.
Did you find? And as we start walking, did you find yeti tracks? Is that what you would?
Horseshoe, snowshoe tracks.
Snowshoe tracks.
I don't think yetis wear snowshoes.
No, I don't. That's interesting.
But I don't think humans are going to do what they did to the dwarf.
I certainly hope not. If they are, we've got a different sort of a problem.
The dwarf said that they left the iron behind, so no, someone's just taking advantage. Oh, which way are the tracks? Are they leading back to Brenshander? Which way are they going?
They're headed east northeast, a little less towards Kelvin's Cairn, and a little.
So they're heading away from.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Towards there's a settlement that way.
Tourmaline? More Tourmaline direction?
Let me see. Where's the map? Mappa. Oh, whoops! I moved the whole map when I can just.
Whee!
Whoa.
Tourmaline's what?
Oh, sorry, you're right. I was.
Yeah, I would say it's more
towards
like Caer Denaval area.
Ah.
I did the stage manager thing and reversed my directions.
Probably someone just found free iron and took it.
Did you find any traces of the iron while you were looking through the
No.
Great. But this is definitely where the cart was left, then, I'm assuming.
Well, we found tracks of a sled moving away, and since this does appear to match the description more or less of the lost compatriot, makes the most sense. Matches about the timeline too for how far away they said they would from Bryn Shanda.
Wonderful. Right. Before we go on, James, does Mark have any special? I know that you did a backstory real quick, but does he have any like special ability? Can he see far? Can he like on our journey? I'm sure we all kind of talked a little bit about ourselves and whatnot. The 3 hours we were hunkered down.
Is he secretly an 8th level mage?
Yeah, please. That's what I was. Can he do detect magic? Can he?
Does he? He's just very good at survival because he grew up out here. Like I'd take that even.
Yeah, I'm just curious what his little shtick would be or something that we can use to our advantage. Yeah, exactly. That's the word. That's the better word.
So you just remember Mark telling you, it's like, yeah, I've lived in Bryn Shanda all my life, and well, I stopped going to school about 5 years ago to help with my parents' store, and I got a good head for math. Yeah, and I met Chantel at school, and then she came into my shop and was like, "Where have you been? You haven't been in school." And I was like, "Oh, just running the store." And well, we got a little we were smitten with each other, and she hates me. And then you hear him go off and do a little tangent of like, "Oh God."
I'm sure she doesn't hate you. It's probably, again, it's just a misunderstanding. These sorts of things happen, I'm told.
He's Tristan from Stardust, is what you're saying. Got it.
Yeah.
Eddie,
yeah. It comes out that, he's got a decent head for math, and he's not a fuck boy, but,
So he has a promising future as an accountant of either variety.
Yay. Okay. Cool.
Great. All right.
Well, that probably will come. That will come across wonderful that you're good with math and angles and all that type of thing, because you do have a crossbow, and the crossbow does take a lot of that in order to hit its mark. So just know it's all about.
I mean, like arithmetic, like 1 + 1 =
Shut up, Mark. And then just keep walking.
He means you need to be quiet because the Yetis, they hear whining and they attack. So you don't want to whine. That's the thing about Yetis.
Okay.
Donovan, do you have any children? You'd be wonderful as a father.
Wonderful father, Donovan. I applaud your parenting style.
I might. Who knows? All right.
Whoop.
Oh, you'll love my father. He's got wonderful stories about that too. I might have siblings. Who knows?
Oh, great. We are.
Yes.
Onward indeed.
As you follow the tracks, it comes up quite quickly. In about half an hour, you can see off into the distance, it being dark and all. There is a bit of a light moving quite slowly. About 150 feet away at the moment.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna go ahead. Hey everybody. There's a you see, everyone sees.
You go check on it, Donovan, casting guidance on you.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak up on. Okay.
I'll go with Donovan.
Perfect. We can stealth together. Let's do it.
Right. Stealth away, my friends.
And I only need to use guidance. Can I choose to use it after the roll, or do I have to declare it?
After you see the roll, before you declare the roll. And you have it for a minute, so if you roll really high, you can hang on to it in case you need to make a check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Yep.
23.
23. Excellent. So you two kind of sneak up, and around 120 feet away, you're able to make out small humanoid figures. About roll a perception check.
Perception is +4.
That was a D4. Yeah, so 14.
12.
17.
17. Donovan, you're able to make out that there's about 6 of them just moving this, what appears to be a sled, towards the northeast of you right now. And you look in that direction and you guesstimate maybe about 300-ish feet away. There's another small light.
But there's just another small group?
Yeah, it's the light is smaller due to the distance, and you can't quite make out what exactly it is.
Do these look like small creatures?
Yes, they do look like small humanoid they're walking on. They're bipedal for sure.
Okay. Dang it. I should take a level of mage. Do I just run back to everybody? Sorry, or do we continue ahead?
Like, one of us should go back and get them, and one of us should keep these people in sight. Who are they? You recognize them?
They're small. I don't understand. Did I understand a language that they were speaking, or were they just not?
Too far away to hear.
Okay. You're much faster, so I'm gonna keep going ahead, stealthing. You go get the group, and we'll just keep moving.
Okay. So Azar will scurry back.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, the sled's up that way, and there's people there taking it. You should go catch them, get the sled back.
All right. Are we staying quiet, or are we just booking it?
Yes.
Great.
Right.
Swiftly quiet. Wonderful.
Okay. So everybody else roll stealth checks with me, including Mark.
Oh, shoot.
You could guidance mark.
Yeah, I was just thinking, should I guidance mark? But then I was like, I should have guidance myself. So
Yeah. I was at disadvantage. It was a 19 and a 2.
I
So
have
5.
I have a total of 9.
9. Mark got a 2.
Great. Oh, I'm so proud of him.
You see
Great.
him kind of trip on some snow. It's like,
And he like clap a hand over his mouth, which probably makes me thump down into the snow as well.
Who's? Oh yeah, Donovan. You see this, and you quickly turn around, and you realize that they've just continued to move on, just constantly moving whatever they are moving.
You need to catch them. I'm gonna go as fast as I can while still stealthing, which is half
Okay.
speed.
Okay.
Can we see Donovan in front of us?
Yes.
I feel like if I see Donovan start booking it, I understand he's going south, but I feel, all right, Donovan's seen something. We must and then start running, like booking it as well. Like,
Okay.
Elspeth will look to Azar and just be like, just catch up with them. We'll be behind you, and we'll like take over dragging Mark along, and we'll stay in the back.
Right.
Oh my goodness!
is this a map pause?
This is a map pause. I smell it.
Yep.
You can all look at your roll 20 for me, please.
Oh my goodness.
Apologies to
Oh.
the webcast.
Yeah, they are far.
Oh, it's fine. We're gonna take a couple of dash rounds. I can already
that'd be
tell.
good. Yeah.
Catch up quick. It'd be cool.
Hold
You
on,
can-
what are those things? Do I need to zoom in?
For those wondering why the map is so freaking huge, this is what the book told me to make. So you 5 are, I will say, a little bit further back, which is why you're all kind of clumped on the side there. Donovan making his charge. Everybody, I'd like you to roll initiative for me, please.
Ooh.
Also, James, please check that we have control of our characters. I can't move
Oh,
mine.
yes, thank you.
19.
19. Oh, wait, I don't need to give control to him.
Why do I roll so high on initiative? This is
I got a
pointless
natural
for
20.
me.
This is so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an initiative. I got a 20 for my initiative.
Me too.
Well, I rolled an 18, so with my plus, but like, yeah, but it's just like, why? Cleric likes to go last.
23 as well, if you're taking it, James.
1 second. Let me just give everybody control.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, everybody's got control? All right, so I'm just going to place you over here to the side for right now. All right, and these two, and I need these folks. Okay. 25 to 20.
23.
Okay.
And 20 for Elspeth.
20 for Elspeth. What is 20 to 15?
19.
19.
Should we give Mark the regeneration potion right now? Just
absolutely.
Drink this. You'll be invincible.
Okay. Drinks it.
And then never takes a single hit the entire time.
We do have the boosted still, and it's the end of the month.
Sure, why not? Let's get crazy with it. Give him the.
Oh, I would give Elspeth the boosted one.
Do you want me to carry it? I have things that can keep me up. I just never get a chance to use them because I'm usually so far back in the cycle.
15 to 10.
13.
13. And let's see, that one's a Moa who has a 2. Okay. That's a Moa. And of course, going last is Mark.
That's a boy.
Atta boy.
There you go, buddy. And there.
You got this, Mark.
Okay. So starting off, we have Renner. What are you up to? You're about, I would say, 15 feet away from the edge of the map.
Got it. Then 15 that, do his next 3 for 30, and then he will double it up with his... Whoop. Do you see him moving? Is it moving?
It's moving.
Okay. I can't really see, but I'll assume is like this probably how far he can get with a dash action.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll just bolt.
Okay. That's Renner. Next up is the sled. Continues to move along at a very slow pace. Okay. Next up is Elspeth. You are also around 15 feet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do about the same as Renner and just dash it. So
likely
there-ish.
Yeah. Cool. Double dashed. Next up is Donovan.
So we get to move our 30 if we're not stealthing.
Are you stealthing?
I'm not. I mean, we're this far away. No, I'm not going to stealth.
Okay.
So
Continue.
if we get our 30 feet movement, I'm gonna dash. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna dash. Now I'm gonna cunning action, bonus action dash.
Okay.
Solid.
Oh.
And that is going to put me right about here, and I'm gonna yell, "My cabbages! I mean my iron!"
Yeah.
And being close as you are, you get to see this little light that's hanging on the sled, and hauling it are 6 goblins who are just like they scream as you yell that.
Are they green? Are they green goblins, James? I'm keeping the Tom Holland theme.
Up here, actually, they've got a bit of an orange hue.
Oh,
orange, yellow, brown hue.
Gross.
Yeah.
Not about that. Cool.
Next up is Azar. You are also
someone
about.
will need to move me because my map's not loading for whatever reason.
No worries. You're about 15 feet off the board.
Right. You can move me 40 feet in direction of the sled and tell me how far away that is.
40 feet away from the sled. Let's see.
In the direction of the sled, toward the sled.
Let's see. That would put you there. Let me put you here. And once more. You are about 100 feet away from the sled.
Cool. So just pick one of the creatures, and I'm just gonna shoot Eldritch Blast that way.
Okay. Roll away.
Don't know why it's so that's D20 plus 3 for the spell. D20 plus 3. All right. And that's a 13.
13. You all see this kind of like fireworks shoot across the sky and smash into the snow about 2 feet away from a goblin. Just like the snow just erupts outwards. And it's like,
Cool.
But unfortunately
good.
did not hit.
All right. That's it for me.
All right. That is Azar. Amoa is also going to run up with you all. It's like, hoo, hoo, hoo. Hey. And after Amoa is Mark, who's like, wait up, guys. Oh, God. Okay, I'm here. Oh, God. Next up is Renner.
Can we see what's in the cart at this distance?
Not you all, but Donovan for sure can see that there is a metallic glint.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I yell when I got up there. I did yell, "My iron!"
Got it. Cabbages? What? Okay, right. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can you do that arrow thing and see how far this guy is for me? I don't know how to do that.
Mhm.
Like, can I hit him at 60 feet? Yes.
60 feet?
Yes. So then I will throw my trident at it.
Yes. I believe at disadvantage, right, for the distance?
No. I don't think so. Is it?
It's probably 2060.
Yeah,
Where
it's
would
only
that
16.
Yeah.
Does that mean disadvantage?
Yeah, so that's the max range it can go, but it will be at disadvantage.
Got it. Cool. Okay, that's this. Let me see. Sorry. Okay, so that's a 24. And 19 to hit.
19. Roll some damages.
Cool.
Damages.
That's 7.
7. Okay. 1 second.
And then after hitting it, we'll call it back.
Okay. This one basically goes straight through the guy, but he's still standing. Quite barely. Anything else you'd like to do, Renner?
Nope. Just keep on chugging.
Cool. You gonna move?
Me? I think I took my max
You-
movement already.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you did move. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up are the goblins, who now seeing that people are starting to catch up, they move the cart a little bit forward and kind of crowd behind it.
Yes, good cluster.
The one that you impaled, Renner, just pulls out a horn and goes as it just tries to stumble forward. It's like, wait up, please.
Not a fan of that horn.
No, don't like that at all.
Especially with such a large open expanse of nothing.
Yep. And as you hear that, where'd it go? Boo woo, boo woo, boo woo. You see off into the distance the cart. Or the furthest light source. You see another light source kind of perches up on the top, and you are able to make out just the faintest glow as it descends downward. A much larger cart, and on the front of it are 2 polar bears, of which you can
more
all
map. Oh shoot, there is more map.
Yeah, there's a lot more map.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
much map.
Was the first map you made the tavern to brawl?
Yep.
Should have gone to Fight Club.
Yeah.
We fucked up, guys.
We did.
Instead, we adopted this child who were going to get murdered.
Nice.
Gosh.
Layer 2 token layer. There we go. You see a figure standing atop the cart with a torch lit. But these 5 are going to attempt to shoot Donovan as they all unsling their short bows. And
Okay.
Yep, that's 80 feet.
Okay, great.
I think you're well within that. So that's going to be 5 shots from them.
Ooh.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe it's just... Yep, just 1 attack. Cool. Those are cocked. Wow. Wow. Okay, does a 13 hit?
No, it does not.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we did get 1 bow off that goes hitting you for max damage, 8 damage.
Whew. It's not good for Noel Donovan.
The other one's just kind of into the snow while the that's the goblin's turn. Next up is Elspeth.
Great. Shoot. Now I have to actually take in conservation of spells. Go ahead and if I can switch tools, run my 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see what my range is. Nope, I'm just gonna dash.
Okay.
That's gonna be, I'll take another 30 feet. That's gonna be it.
All right. Next up is Donovan.
All right. So I am going to. I'll fire at the one that's actually. I will yell out, "If you leave the sled, you will live." In common.
Okay. Roll a intimidation check.
13.
13.
As I'm bleeding profusely.
With an arrow out of your neck. Yeah.
And they yell out, just like, "Fuck you, pale skin!"
All right. Then I will shoot the one that Renner already hit.
Mhm.
Love it. Down him.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
For 3 points of damage.
3
I'm sorry.
points.
2 plus 3. 5 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
5
That's a
points.
big difference.
Yep.
And this one that kind of yelled at you, spitting out blood, is like, "Fucking cheek!" Falls over. The other one's like, kind of yelp.
I gotcha. Then I am going to bonus action hide in the snow and try and like move away. I'm going to get off the X. So
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me, please.
Well, I got a good stealth. So it's a 14.
14. Okay. You kind of bury yourself in the snow and then just kind of shuffle along somewhere.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to kind of move over here to try and be hidden.
Okay.
I can move 30, so do that. No, I'm
Alright.
stealthing, so I can't move that fast. I'll just move off to the side 15 feet.
All right. Next up after Donovan is Azar with the Moa on deck.
Okay. So how far away is the nearest goblin?
From you?
Yeah.
Oh, that is 115 feet.
15 feet. Okay. So go ahead, move me another 40 feet closer.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right up next to Renner.
And I will put Hex on that one, and Eldritch Blast it.
How far is Hex?
90 feet.
Oh, 90 feet. Okay. So you hex it and you blast it. Roll for an attack.
Oh, that's much better. That will be a 22.
22 hits. Roll some damage.
Let's see. Yes, 10 plus D6. That's 8 damage.
8 damage.
5 force and be necrotic.
All right. This one just impales this goblin with force energy, and it kind of leaves a singed hole that impresses into its chest. It is barely holding on.
And
Okay.
that is all I can do.
Right. Next up is a Moa who's going to run 60, which is just a little bit right there. Okay. As does Mark, who's like, I'm ready, and pulls out the crossbow, getting ready to shoot it on the next go. Next up is, at the top of the order, Renner.
Ooh, can we see, is there like a bank or something up here, or is it just, should we assume everything is clear?
It's, oh no, I want to reveal, not hide.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it a
Yep,
reveal?
it is basically
blank?
flat.
Okay. So then I want to run up this way. So yeah, I think this is 30, and then we'll aim for this buddy again.
Okay.
With my trident. This is also disadvantage, you said?
You'll have to move at least 5 feet forward.
Can I then just have gone this way a little bit instead?
Yeah.
So like right here.
Yep, that allows you to hit that boy.
Perfect. Ooh.
At disadvantage.
Oh, man. Okay. That was a 25. Oh, that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Cool. 6 plus. Sorry, I should know this. Oh, 10. 10 damage.
10 damage. Shoom. Falls over.
And then call back my trident. Mark, you'll like it. It's like shooting fish. Well, it's like shooting. It's easy.
Chickens in a coop, Renna. Chickens in a
Thank you.
coop.
Yes, it's like shooting chickens in a coop.
The 4 remaining ones are like, "Ugh!" And then just keep trying to trudge it forward.
Give it up, goblins. You
And
won't get
seeing
far.
that the worst one that has maimed quite a few of them is Renner, they're going to shoot their short bows. Yep, I think everyone's in range to shoot at regular. Yep. So that's going to be 4 arrows at you. Don't roll trash. That's cocked. Does a 13 hit?
No.
23.
No. Yes, of course it hits. Yeah.
We're only
Like,
level 3.
Yeah.
Nani?
Don't ask
And
questions you know the answer to, as he's like trying to.
that will be 4 damage.
All right.
At which point you all see the goblins notice that their original target was not there and are like, "Ugh!" And they all begin to burrow underneath the snow.
Ugh,
Mm.
Donovan.
3 of them feel pretty hidden, while one of them is just like kind of butt sticking up, found like a really hard piece of the ground. It's like, "Ugh!" But the other 3 are quite hidden.
Right.
Next up is the Goblin Boss, who atop the larger carriage is like, come on, come on.
It's inspiring them.
Next up is Elspeth. You kind of see the butt of one, the other 3 disappeared into the snow.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my long range spells on this bullshit, so I'm going to do another dash action. Yeah, we'll get about. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, guys. I guess I'm just gonna be in the flippin' front again. Because I am absolutely not wasting my long range spells on a singular goblin. Saving that for a beefy boy. Cool, that's my... Oh, wait. Let me double check something. Because I think it's a bonus action. It is! And for my... I'm going to use my... Can I use my bonus action? I use my movement and then my action to dash, so I still have a bonus action. Great. I'm going to cast my Shield of Faith on myself, so I'm going to start slightly shimmering with black light and take my AC up before everyone yells at me.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Next up are the polar bears that are just kind of... That is their turn. Donovan, you're up.
I'm going to peek my head out and see if I see any of them.
You see that one on the far right there.
Oh, perfect. I will shoot it. Does it appear that I am hidden?
Yes.
Ooh, then I
Its
have
butt
it.
is kind of sticking up as it's trying to dig through. It's like...
Okay, so that's a nat 20. So I'm guessing he's toast.
If you roll really, like, if you roll all ones, maybe he will survive.
Because this is, let's see,
How many
sneak
dice?
attack twice plus 2 dice. So that's 2, 4, 6 d6.
He might survive. Let's see what happens.
Lots of 6s.
Okay.
12, 15, 20, 24 plus
Mhm.
3, 27 points of damage.
Rams him right into like the inner thigh, and you see just like part of the outer artery of his leg just all the pressure is out, and then like the digging just kind of stops as this goblin has a butt up in the air.
Then I am going to move 15 feet.
Mhm.
You know what? No, I'm going to bonus action hide, then move.
All right, roll another stealth check for me, please.
I'm gonna, okay. Ooh, uh-oh. That's a 9.
Was that 30 feet of movement?
I think it was.
Do we have bits that we should use to let you add anything to that? Because it's the end of the month. We might as well just front load everything, right?
We've got the 4 that are left over. These will carry over if we don't spend them. I'm totally up for. I'll second it if you think so. Add a d6 to it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Might as well.
What did I say it was?
9.
I said it was 9. It is now 12.
12. But with stealthing, I will say you can only move 15 feet because you're trying to be...
Okay. So you can move me back.
Yeah. Have done so. Next up is Azar.
Another 40 feet towards the sled. Where does that put me?
1 second. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, James, is there a Sirenscape? Oh, there
Has
is.
been, yeah.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Mhm.
And then 40 feet. Well, you're about 50 feet from the cart, but you do not see any of the goblins at the moment.
Okay, there I am. All right. Go ahead and move me another 40 feet, and I'll use my bonus action for patient defense.
All right. 1, 2,
All attacks against me disadvantage.
8. You are up in front ahead of Elspeth and Donovan. You patient defense, getting ready for whatever is going to come your way. Next up is Amoa, who also must, with the lack of range, must go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As does Mark, who goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the crossbow, how far can he shoot? 80? See if he can shoot.
Yes. Come on, Mark.
Did he see anything?
He doesn't see anything, but being the
Not
young
going to
adventurer
stop
he
him.
is, he's like, ah!
Well done.
Next up, Renner at the top.
All right. Well, good try, Mark. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I can't really see this. It's 30. The 3 are hidden, correct?
Yes.
And again, I'm assuming the entire map is open, right?
Yes. Let me.
Okay, then I'm gonna dash up. 1, 2, 3. This way, probably I'll end up like right here. And I think that's all I can do, really.
At this point, I'll just reveal the whole map. Because it's just an open space. Cool.
Cool.
All right. That's Renner's turn. Next up are the goblins, who, kind of waiting there, pop out of the snow and just try to pull the cart, but with only 3 alive, they're like, and they just kind of let go of the ropes and continue to run. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're just gonna double dash it. 1, 2, go around the polar bears. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's them. Next up, Elspeth, roll me a quick d20.
Oh, I don't like that.
Comes in.
17.
17. Could you roll one again? You tied with the Goblin Boss. You guys
Ah.
have the same stats.
Oh, I see. That's a 4, so I think he gets to go first. It's
Yes,
rolled
they
real
rolled a
bad.
6. So, Goblin Boss, what does Goblin Boss have? Got a javelin.
Whee!
Okay.
It's their dark
Let's see if
vision.
anything's within 120 feet. Oh, no, I don't want to move you. I want to measure for you. Yep, they see the slightly blue man out far away. They'll roll with disadvantage and chuck a javelin. Does a 14 plus 4, 18 hit. A javelin comes sailing out from the darkness, hitting you for 4 damage.
Oh. Oh, God.
Hits you square in the chest.
I'm going to pull it out and drop it on the ground.
Ching! Or snow. Next up is Elspeth.
Great. Let me double check our range. Oh, good. Yes, yes, yes. We like this. Much better. I am going to Goblin Boss, Polar Bears. Goblin Boss, Polar Bears. What am I more worried about?
The polar bears are harnessed. They're pulling the cart.
Yeah. Goblin Boss, then. I'm gonna Guiding Bolt the Goblin Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good song.
Yeah.
Goblin Boss.
Ooh, that was actually a good roll, too. What's my... What? A Guiding Bolt that works? Unheard of.
Elspeth hasn't been down yet? What is going on?
Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
For 17 radiant damage.
Ooh, buddy. Lands square in her chest as she's like, ah! Kind of a singeing above. You all see a slight shimmery sparkle latch onto this goblin standing atop the cart.
Yes, next person to attack him does have advantage until my next turn. I'm gonna just take a little bit of movement, move a little bit closer, but I'm gonna mostly stay back. So I'm just gonna move like 10 feet up.
Okay, 10 feet up. Next is polar bears who are like. Next up is Donovan.
All right. Seeing that familiar guiding bolt energy, I am going to get up, move 30, probably bonus action dash to get 60 so that I am closer to the Goblin Boss. And I will shoot the Goblin Boss.
Okay.
With advantage. Well, does a 10 hit?
Cool.
Next up
Cool.
is Czar.
That was a 1 and a 5 on the dice.
Woof.
Ugh.
So is guiding bolt the next attack or the next attack to hit?
Next attack. Ooh, let me double check the language. The next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Boo orange.
Sorry, I ruined it.
Oh,
How
nice.
far away from the goblin?
From right now, from a goblin, you are 85,
The Goblin
90, and 90 feet. The Goblin Boss is 100.
All right. If you would move me up behind the sled, the iron sled, and I will bonus action move my hex to the Goblin Boss since that one goblin is dead now, and I'll take a shot at the Goblin Boss with Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch
That
Blast.
is-
You.
That is a 22.
22 hits.
Like I'm rolling 19, just like teasing. It's not. That is 6 force and another 4 necrotic damage. So
Ooh,
10.
buddy. As this one slams into their left side, they're like,
Yeah. And if I could, I'd like to be able to like duck down behind this sled to give myself a bit of cover from whatever.
Next up is Amoa, who, without the range, has to just keep running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Getting into cardio.
Position himself here. Mark
After
is
last
up.
night's dancing.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark is going to try and take a shot. Ooh, there is one that is 80 feet away. Come on, Mark.
Was it close? Because we have inspiration.
No. I'm getting better, guys.
It just takes practice. You're doing fine.
Thank you. Oh. All right, that's the mark. Next up is Renner.
All right. After taking a couple of hits, Renner's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Select right here. How far is dude?
Right now,
That looks further than 60 feet.
80 feet.
Yeah. And then he'll just dash to something like right here.
Okay.
Yep. And then he'll just hang. Brace. Just be like, remember what I told you about running in? Mark, this is what you do.
It's really not. You really don't have to. See how you can't see Donovan? You haven't seen him in like 3 rounds? It's because he's hiding.
Okay. That is Renner's turn. Next up are the goblins. Of whom they all pile into the cart. So we'll just they'll just pile into the cart. And let's see, who's the closest? Well, Renner and Amoa. So 3 shots are gonna go to Renner. 2 of those miss, but a 19.
It does hit, yes.
And then 2 to Amoa. Who I don't have their sheet up. Wow, okay, but those definitely hit. So, Renner, you take 8 damage.
Cool.
And Amoa, ooh, baby. That's 9 plus 4, so that's 13 damage to Amoa. What is Amoa's health is the question.
22.
22? Thank
Ooh.
you. So 13, he goes down to 9. That's not great. As 2 of them lodge into his chest, he's like, oh, boy. But that is the goblin's turn. Next up is the Goblin Boss, who also hops into the cart and yells, go, go! As the polar bears begin to shift around. Elspeth, as they're shifting around, I will let you do an action.
Okay. Let me see.
Or do your move, I guess, or whatever your turn is going to be.
I have to see what range we're in.
Currently, everyone's in the cart save the polar bears.
Right.
I'm just going to move everyone down. It's still a frozen expanse, but we're just moving everyone over here a bit.
I think I'm just gonna run. I gotta get closer to be able to do anything useful. So sorry everyone. Yep, just gonna run right up here.
All right. You do see one of them in the window as they were taking a couple of pot shots at Renner. It will have +5. They're in 3/4 cover at the moment.
I don't think I can do anything since I took a dash, so...
Okay.
How hurt does Renner look?
I'm fine. You're right.
Not as bad as Donovan.
Yeah. Gonna say I'm
Can I see Donovan right now?
Yeah, I'm not hiding because I ran out.
Then I will bonus action healing word Donovan.
Cool.
So that is 6 HP for Donovan.
Ooh, that's nice. Almost full.
So the polar bears with the cart begin to GTFO. Going out 80 feet. Doing a run and a dash. It's like,
Yikes!
Holy moly.
When we were close, did we see if there was any iron ore in that cart?
yes, the ore is in the cart.
Oh, it's not in the
what's
previous
in
one?
the one?
Oh, sorry, the tiny one, not the big one.
Okay, so there's no ore in the big one.
Not to your knowledge, no.
They hadn't gotten the sleigh there yet.
You were trying to meet. Okay.
One was coming up with that.
All right, next up is Donovan. The goblins are attempting to run away. What do you do?
I mean, they're actually. Hold on, how far away are they? They're within range. You know what? Might as well take a shot at the Goblin Boss.
Roll. Well, just shoot. We'll see if you actually hit the Goblin Boss or some other goblin within the carriage.
Okay. Since it's out of dark vision, it's probably at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a 2 and a 3. So it probably didn't even come close to the cart.
Yep.
Okay, well, scared him off.
Cool. Is anyone else going to attempt to attack the cart?
No.
Can we see if is there anything that they're approaching or trying to get to?
You just see
are they
them
just trying to
riding
get
off.
They're just trying to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we put as much distance between them and us as possible.
Get the ore back. Yeah.
I feel very refreshed. Mark, now is the time in the journey where we pull a cart.
And you see him kind of just seeing that the battle is basically over at the moment, just kind of, and he looks over at one of the dead goblins. He's like, and just starts vomiting off into the snow.
All right. Elspeth will just go over and do the mom back pat. Like, it's okay, just let it out. It's just better to just let it out.
Donovan walks over and pulls arrows out, wipes them off in the snow, and we'll wipe off the snow. Back in the quiver.
Azar will pat him on the back like, you did really well. She gets knocked out all the time. You didn't get a scratch.
That's comforting.
All right. Does anybody else need any? Is everyone else feeling like they can just start pulling? Or
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
And for a moment, they're done. And goes like, "Oh, here's another one." Sticks that in the quiver. Loot the bodies. Mark, the very important part of adventuring is looting the fallen enemies.
Oh. Okay.
You can count the gold that we come across, or if they have anything on them.
Okay.
And then divide that by 6.
By 6? Okay.
There's 6 of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all killed 3, right? Yeah, you killed 3 goblins. So
Yes.
you begin to sift through the pockets, and you find 8 copper. That's 8 copper.
So that's 1 for everyone and 2 for the party pool.
Oh, cool. You guys have a pool?
Well, in more tropical climates, yes, I'm certain that Amoa probably would provide us with a pool. Or Azar, I don't know if your monastery has a pool. We had fountains at the convent. It was different. Anyway, let's get some ropes on this sled and get going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
hoof it back.
You hoof it back, and it's a heavy sled, especially without anything to carry it. It's around 900 pounds. But being on a sled, as well as divvied up between the 6 of you, you guys begin to make your way back to town. So, I would like...
What would you like, James?
I'd like JP to roll me a d20 for me.
It's like, don't let it be me again.
16.
16, okay.
16 Yetis appear in front of you.
Oh Oh no, it's Delta Green rules. We wanted to roll low that time.
As you walk through the tundra, the sky clears up.
Woo.
It's not like any sun would be coming down, but if it were that kind of place, the sun would be beaming right now. As you all make your way across the tundra, nary even a breeze. As you just walk along, and it is quite clear and delightful.
The from music.
Oh yes, let's change the music to be less foreboding.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep.
I don't think this one's aggressive.
We'll find out.
Hopefully this music isn't too aggressive. Let me know. I haven't listened to it.
Nothing.
But you walk, and eventually, after just a couple hours, you make your way back to Brinshander. The familiar wooden walls being quite a nice greeting.
No one's cursed. No one died. This is new.
I was going to say, how do you feel about this? Mark, how do you feel about your first quest? You did a great job.
Oh, if this is how quests are, they're so easy. I think I could do some more.
I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Check the taverns. People post notices all the time for giant rats that need killing or cellars that needed clearing out.
Oh, well, I did hear that there's some spooky goings on in Caer Dineval. Maybe I'll head over that way.
You
That
did.
Is certainly an option that you could do. We've also heard about some spooky goings on in Caer Dineval and Caer Konig, so we might see you there.
What did you hear about Caer Konig?
Yeah, that might be. Remember what Donovan was saying about how you need to assess whether you're prepared to take something on? I think what's happening in Caer Dineval might be a little more than you're ready for yet, but I think
I feel great right now.
You know what you should do because you feel so great? You should go find Chantal and tell her about all your heroics.
I didn't bring her back a Yeti head.
That's
I
all
said I
right.
was going to bring her back a Yeti head. I didn't bring her back a Yeti head.
None of us found a Yeti head. None of us have a Yeti to bring back. There's no shame in that. You still went on a quest. Renna.
Yes. He's checked out this whole conversation.
Smacks him like,
right.
You've got me into this. Back me up.
Yes. No. I mean, I think it is great that we did not come upon a Yeti. However, did we retrieve any goblin doodahs while we were there?
I cut the ears off the goblins. That's
perfect
practice. Here you go.
Perfect. Here, take these to your lady, the goblin ears, and you have say that you've
vanquished
slain
the goblins.
The goblins, yes. The Goblin King, say that.
Okay. I can't lie to save my ass, but I'll try.
You should do that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you cross the gates into Brinshander.
Heading straight for the smith or
straight to the reward.
Straight to the reward y'all head. And they're surprised. Huruna sees you. It's like, that was quick. Oh, wow, you brought it. Hey, take a look. And then they start to count it like, there's only 2 missing, probably from the initial attack. Well done.
We did find
your unfortunate compatriot.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we could hear his screams as we were running.
It's not surprising.
Yes.
Do these 3 live here in Brinshander?
Yes.
Good.
Well, sorta, kinda. We base here. We travel to Kelvin. We go back and forth.
Well, you know who was really great in the battle? And then point to Mark. This one. This one was braver and more exciting than I've ever seen a new person in battle become. It was quite amazing. They're very good with a crossbow. Who knew?
Roll a deception check.
Well, maybe. It's a 15, but I don't think I'm good at deception. Oh, +1. 16.
Well, it's good to see that Bryn Shander's youth is taking on a bit more of a charge. And Mark is like, well, you know, just gotta do what you gotta do.
That ought to score you some points with the misses, sir. Let the rumors go around town.
At which point Runa's like, well, it was a bloodstone for each of you. Passes it off, and they're little kind of black based gems, but with red kind of veins that run through it. It's quite pretty. And Runa looks over at Marcus like, well, since you helped out, pulls out from her pocket another bloodstone, hands it off to him, and he's like, adventuring is so cool.
And how much were those for?
Each one is about 50 gold.
Wow. I was going to give him my copper share, but I think he's good.
Yeah, he's set.
So, Bruna, one thing that we did discover, some goblins were in possession of the iron ore as we left. It looks like we got there before they were able to transfer it to their goblin leader.
Fucking wee shites. Well, it's good to know that you're able to gather them. We'll make sure we clean it all. Kind of understand. Everyone's a little bit desperate right now, so whatever they can find, they'll take. Goblins more so.
Yeah, they had seemed to have domesticated a couple of polar bears.
Unsurprising. They are cunning at times.
Oh, who wants some hot tea?
Huh. A hot tea it is.
Can I join you guys?
Absolutely. You're part of the team until we leave town.
Excellent.
Is he now, Donovan? All right.
And if I make my way over to Caer Dineval, I'll make sure to see you guys there.
Yep.
Let's go get some tea.
True adventurer's drink.
You guys heading to the north look?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Is there a specific place in town where we would go to change the bloodstones into gold? Like, is that like Runa would point out to us?
Or is it worth?
Yeah, probably some like there's the ability to have some jewelry made if you all want to exchange the bloodstones for monetary value.
Yeah, I was just double checking in case that's the thing we choose to do. All right, yeah, let's go. Let's go to the end.
Are they worth 50 gold whenever we try and buy something anywhere, or is it?
Yeah, I would say it's the exchange is there for sure.
Okay, because it's smaller and lighter than coin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, 50 gold is 50 gold. A gemstone.
True. Yeah, let's go to the inn.
So you all head to the inn with a unexpected ally in Mark as the evening basically comes to its close. A very nice, quick, and tidy adventure. And that's where we're going to end for this evening. No cliffhangers, just endless possibilities awaiting them. Caer Connacht, Caer Dineval, the House of the Morning Lord. we'll see all of that and what they plan to do next time. But until then, folks, remember we have Down Darker Trails happening at 6 o'clock tonight. And that's a Call of Cthulhu adventure for those who never or who have yet to see it. Mondays we have...
We're at the sex tent. So there's a sex cult.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a sex cult. We don't know what we're doing. It's terrible.
Yeah. Some fun stuff there. Mondays, we got Dragon of Ice Spire Peak. And then this next Tuesday and the following Tuesday, we will be playing the freelancer system Skies Over Talindia, which is just reached their Kickstarter goals and are currently doing some good old stretch goals. As well as Thomas and Skies Over Talindia freelancer will be playing some games for Jasper's Game Day. So check out Jasper's Game Day. They're doing some incredible work using the power of games to bring people together. So I think that is everything. So let's just jump into this evening's up. No. Oh, deja vu. Thank you all so much for joining us. Cool. Thomas, do we have anything? Nope.
That's it. We're back here for Down Darker Trails. We're gonna raid the Games Tavern, go say hello, and then come back here at 6 o'clock for Down Darker Trails.
All right. But until then, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you all next Saturday. Bye-bye.